Yo guys, and welcome back to another video, and welcome back to another Doctor Who video. Now, in today's video we're going to be talking about, yes, another update to the Doctor Who content, because I did tease it in last week's video. So yeah, I did tease it in last week's video, which conveniently came out a couple of days ago, but I am going to make some changes to the Doctor Who content. Now, I've already announced that I am going to be dropping my upload schedule with Doctor Who content back to 1 day a week, and that day will be a Tuesday. Every single Tuesday I'm going to upload a Doctor Who video, and I did bump it up to twice a week and tried to upload multiple Doctor Who videos a week, and I had a bunch of different news videos planned and so much content planned, but I just didn't have the time to really get into it and do what I wanted with it. And part of the reason is going to be the subject of today's video. So this is going to be a pretty big update and something that I have decided to do. Now, as you know, I have uploaded a first thoughts video for every single episode of the recent series of Doctor Who, and I started uploading a full deep dive review of every single episode, and these big deep dive reviews were a massive part of my week, and something that took days of doing. I had to first of all watch the episode, re-watch the episode again, then script this based on the events of the episode, and for every part of the episode I had to basically construct points and really script these videos to a sense. And then I had to go back and screenshot parts of the episodes to show on screen, and then I had to film the video, which would take about 3 to 4 hours of filming, and you know that's an incredibly long time to film just one video. And then I would cut back the content. I'd then cut out any little unnecessary pieces, or just, you know, any of the gaps and the pauses and all of that kind of stuff, and eventually I'd get it down to about an hour's worth of a video, which still is a very long video. I then have to obviously edit the video and get that all edited and up, and all of the screenshots inserted into that video, and the intro and the outro and all of that kind of stuff. And I was literally just sitting here and thinking, these videos are taking so long to do, and then you have to upload the video as well, and they get the thumbnail made for the video and everything like that. Even that was like literally a day's job as it was. So big videos to upload. So I was thinking, how can I get around this, because I'm getting very busy over the next couple of months. We've got the 10-year anniversary of this YouTube channel, and we've got a bunch of Doctor Who content that I really need to get out. And I was thinking, like, what way can I get these videos out to you guys, and get all of the videos out that I really needed to, and get all my points across, and do this in a way that is going to work with the schedule I currently have and the content I currently want to upload. And the first part of this is the main part of this video, which is the Doctor Who reviews. I'm going to be cancelling the rest of the Doctor Who reviews, and instead I'm going to make a massive tier list video. And in that video I'm going to quickly go over and review what I thought of each episode, and then I'm going to be ranking the episodes in order of their release, and ranking them on a tier list, and fully doing that. So that video is going to take a bit of time to make, but it's going to be significantly less of the time that it would take to do all of the remaining episodes, because I think I got to episode 3, and then I've still got, what, 5 episodes left? So yeah, we got to episode 3, so we've got 5 episodes left, and yeah, making these videos will just be painstakingly long out, and it just takes so much time to do, and I need to be focusing this time into a lot of other different projects which I've got going on for this channel. So I've decided that I've taken the decision to go ahead and make a massive tier list video, which is probably going to be about an hour long. It's probably going to be about that length, maybe even a bit longer, but it's going to be a mega tier list video which you guys can see all of my reviews of all of the episodes, more specifically the ones that I haven't reviewed, because I will just quickly gloss over my thoughts on the other ones, but I will go into a little bit more depth in the ones that I hadn't reviewed yet. So that's kind of the plan going forward, that I'm going to do this tier list, and then obviously currently as it stands there's no Doctor Who coming out for a good amount of time, and then I'll just basically reassess my situation currently and reassess what time I have when the War Between the Land and the Sea comes out, and whether I want to continue with doing these in-depth episode reviews, and whether I'll have time to go ahead and do them, or whether I want to do another tier list kind of thing like I'm doing right now, or whether I want to do the more simpler non-scripted reviews. I need to really figure that out when I get to it, but that's something that I'm going to figure out when we get to that time. But for now, huge tier list video coming very soon. So even after that, I have a bit of a dilemma. I've got a bunch of reviews to film, a bunch of Doctor Who figure and Doctor Who prop replica reviews to film. There's a lot of them to film as well. We're not talking like 1 or 2, we're talking, you know, maybe 4 or 5, 6 maybe reviews. So got a lot of them to film, and I will be releasing them over the next couple of months. But I also want to keep up with Doctor Who news videos, and I have a lot of Doctor Who news videos. I'm talking 20 to 30 in the bank, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to merge a couple of these Doctor Who news videos together. I'm going to pick a couple that will have better titles and better thumbnails and be a little bit more relevant to the time, but then also make them a tad longer, maybe do and maybe condense a couple of the little bits as well, trim out a couple of things as well, and just make a weekly Doctor Who review when I'm not doing a... Yeah, so basically I'm going to be either doing a Doctor Who review or a Doctor Who news video, and that news video will basically consist of, you know, relevant Doctor Who news, but also some older bits of news that I was going to do in these other videos, and then also splicing it into sort of a bit more of a solid video. So again, something where I just sit down and talk to the camera, but I will be collectively going through different parts of news. Think something a little more like, you know, a news show or something like that, you know, covering multiple different topics in one video, and that's kind of what I want to do, instead of doing just one topic per video, because it did work when I was, you know, grinding out loads and loads of videos and they were doing really well view wise, but now currently Doctor Who videos are not doing as well view wise, and I think the best chance that I have is picking the most relevant topic, branding the video around that relevant topic, and then also fitting a couple of other little news points that I wanted to get in there as well. So that's kind of where we are going with the Doctor Who content for the future of this channel. I do have other Doctor Who kind of stuff in the future as well. I've mentioned about wanting to do my own Doctor Who fan film, and that is definitely still something that I am open and willing to do. I'm still massively passionate about Doctor Who. I still absolutely love the show, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. I've had a little crack at it before, and they were terrible pieces of shit, which I will never go back and look at. Okay, maybe if this video gets like a ton of likes, I might do it, but, you know, like the video. But that aside, making a good quality, higher budget Doctor Who fan film is something that I do want to do as well. So that is still very much on the back burner, slightly pushed over to the side, but it's still a possibility of something that can happen as well. I also have a couple of other little ideas and plans and things, and Doctor Who related stuff as well, content wise, that I do want to do, and that I'm thinking about making and uploading, but again, we'll see how they pan out, and we'll see what does get uploaded, because I don't want to make any commitments to any extra Doctor Who content that I'm not 100% that I can produce at this current time. So yeah. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this little update video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video in general, and I wanted to do a couple of these little videos where I just update you guys on what is going on with Doctor Who content on this channel, because I have had a lot of time to just sit and reflect on what content I want to do on this channel, and I think cutting back on the Doctor Who content is something that's quite necessary at this current moment in time. Again, if the views pick up on Doctor Who content, if you guys are, you know, for some reason really homing in on loving this content and videos are doing incredibly well, of course I'll up the upload schedule, and I'll of course cater to what you guys want. But as for now, I'm cutting it back to one video a week, and we are getting this Doctor Who tier list review kind of thing together as well. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please comment, like and subscribe as always, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.